I'm very happy to report all of my luggages have come.
All our luggage is coming,
As
yeah.
you know, I travel light. I have a few things.
Oh, just a few things?
Yeah, just a couple containers full.
Wow, that's all your stuff?
I need
Put
a
'em
lot
on.
of clothes.
What a
The other blessing that we had today was we were expected to leave the Tucuman airport at 11:30, but they said that they could leave right away as soon as 4 more people got off their plane. So that's minus 2 hours. So we'll get 2 hours extra sleep. Blessings.
Well, yesterday, after 4 days being here, as I was going to dinner, I met Ingrid, who happened to be a family therapist. Anyway, as we were in for the bus to take us to the church, where I was going to present the theme of forgiveness, we were going there and the driver got lost. We couldn't find the church. We kept asking people around and we couldn't find the church. And so we were 30 minutes late to the meeting. He was supposed to leave us there and go work for an hour and then come back. But as he was leaving, he realized that he was going to be late in his job, so he decided to come back to the meeting. And so he came and he stayed during the presentation. And at the end of the topic, in front of everybody, he said that he had recently had an affair and had a baby with another person, another woman. And so his wife was, of course, very hurt and very angry with him. And he asked me if I could give the PowerPoint presentation of forgiveness so he could show it to her. And so we talked in our way back to the hotel, and I told him, first of all, that he has to accept God's forgiveness, that God loved him, and that there are things that he can do to help heal all the wounds that he has caused in his wife. And we gave him the book, Step to Christ and Christ Object Lessons. And then when we came to the hotel, I was able to talk with Ingrid, and she agreed to give him today. They will meet, and she will give him a counseling session, so that he can, in all this mess, he can have some clarity, some professional guidance as to how to treat his own kids. He has 3 with his wife, and she, as a professional, she will be able to guide him better as to how to restore all of this. But one thing led to the other. How I met Ingrid just before we went to the meeting, and how she's a counselor, how we got lost, and then he decided to return to the office. So I can see all these coincidences, sometimes we say, but I think God has arranged that so that this man can have peace of mind, and hopefully his family can be restored. So
we are coming back in a bus from Guapala. We went there to see all the indigenous, the Indians there, and we did a how do you call it? Brigada Médica in Spanish. It's we just did a medical clinic with them. So we're coming back with all people in the bus, and all of a sudden we had to stop in the Guapala. They check all our passports. So it's a big bus, everybody, and the guys start from the beginning, getting passport for every single one. So when I saw that he's coming in the middle, so I got my passport and went in the back. My kids were there. So he was going one by one. Then one boy told me, "I don't have my passport." And I said, "Oh my God, don't say anything." And they said, "Oh, I left my passport with my mom and she left." I said, "Okay, but don't say a word, don't say a word." And then this guy is coming in and checking out the passport. Then I look at him and my daughter said, don't talk too much, because I like to talk. He said, don't say anything, my daughter, don't say anything. And then he came to me. First he got my son's passport and he looked at it. He was just want to make sure we have all the stamps to come into Panama. And then he came to me, I gave it to him, I smiled, and he said, oh, okay. And then he left. So it was really a miracle. Thank you, Jesus. He was supposed to go to that boy first. I was almost at the end, but he came to me because I wasn't sitting in the seat. My son was. I was just on top of him. And then he came to me, look at my implant. So thank you, Jesus. He didn't stop at that boy, otherwise we would be in big trouble.
A few days ago, I was in my hotel room and I heard a knock on the door. A gentleman by the name of Mr. Medina came to see me. He said, hey, there's been a big explosion in the kitchen and I believe the head chef is hurt. He's on his back on the floor. I'm like, oh my goodness, this sounds pretty serious. I didn't know what to expect, you know. I think sounded like someone was really hurt. So I grabbed the first aid kit, ran down there. I saw this gentleman. He was sitting in the chair. He looked okay. Thank God for that. And apparently he wasn't hurt per se. He may have some first degree burns or something. His hair was singed, but he didn't have anything serious that happened. His eyes were okay. So in talking to him, he told me that he went to light the oven, and apparently down here they have the pilot lights off. So you have to strike a match or something, turn on the gas and light the oven. So when he went to light the oven, he didn't notice that the oven was left on. So the gas had built up in the oven. And so when he put the fire stick inside, kaboom! Everything blew up, and the force was so powerful he fell out backwards. Now in an explosion like that, I was expecting something pretty serious, maybe some second degree or maybe even some third degree burns. His eyes could have been damaged, but thank God he didn't have any serious injuries. So I think it's a miracle that he was okay. So we had him wash his face off, and I got some aloe vera gel put on his face to stop the burning. He was feeling a lot better. And I believe he went home that night. They gave him the night off, and the next day he was back at work smiling and having fun. So thank God it wasn't anything serious, but it was certainly a scary experience for everyone.
Well, I was getting back from buying some drinks and some stuff from a little house store, and we were walking down the road, and then I decided to cross to get to the construction site.
Yeah.
And I was in the middle of the road, well, more like in the middle of the right lane where all the buses come. And I didn't see a big bus coming. And he was about either 15 or 20 feet away from me. And Angel, the guy right here, screamed, "Get out of the road" in Spanish, and right away I ran out of the road.
Oh,
if he said it 5 seconds after, or like a few seconds after, I would have died. I wouldn't be here.
What? Can you tell him to say it in Spanish, what he said, and yell it out? Okay.
Salgan de la calle.
That's what he said? All right.
I ran out of the road, and I'm here today because of this guy.
So here's another piece of this amazing family project. The family project is one of many projects where you have what I call it's a coincidence of miracles. And some of them are little and some of them are really big. And logistics angels, they're just all over the place working stuff out. Here's a great example. A few months before actually picking the location for this hotel, we went to what was planned to be, it's a camp. It's just up the street, it's about a mile away. And we went there and we looked at it, and it's like, oh boy, those cabins, they're going to actually be pretty tough to get everybody in them. 2 or 3 families in a small space, so we made the decision, let's switch. Well, we went ahead, we switched, and we ended up here at the Vista Lago. Beautiful setting, it's perfect for families, it's safe, it's away from the road, ideal conditions. Had we stayed at the other hotel, which was probably a lot less money than this place, we would have been canceled about 2 weeks before putting on the project, which would have completely, thrown a wrench into the system. Come to find out, the owners of the hotels were upset. They were upset at Maranatha because we were building for the Adventist Church, and they did not want new buildings to go for the Adventist Church. So they cut off not only the potential for the family project to do lodging there, but we have some other groups down the road who they canceled the reservation, said no, you cannot use our facility. So there you have it. It's a little example of logistics angels working things out ahead of time without even us knowing. It's pretty cool. God does bless every one of these decisions.